far cry from the classics, but Chaucer would be very proud of the fight that his Chanticleers will bring to the teal. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The Chanticleers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This team is an underdog for a reason, but you talk about getting off to a hot start, creating some belief. First drive and you force a turnover, this team's now going to have some juice, some momentum, some energy, and if they're going to pull the upset, that's exactly what they need.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Coming out with it, it's Townsend. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Finding an escape route. Picks up the first down. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. Got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. The quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed, they can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Flips it out on the screen. Gets it inside the 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. The extra point here would tie the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab over the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the shot to clears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the single back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. He's got the tight end. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Got his man quickly. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And right down the middle.
Coastal Carolina, 14, Marshall.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Norton. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The shot that clears can really attack on this second and short. The give from the gun. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll move the wide receiver. Brown will throw it. Dances away. Slings it downfield. He makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Washington. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Finds his big tight end. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The shot that clears have taken it inside the 20. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Simpkins. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lacy. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Allen.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're going to run it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Grabbed in the middle at Stevens. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. They'll immediately call timeout. It's a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Brown wants to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. On the run, fires downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Turner. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires left. Pulls it in. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Give to the running back. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Conway.
And the shots at Clears will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you could run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete to the left. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Payne. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle, and you could tell they had...
Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Payne. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Send the tight end in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option to give. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Lacey. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Herd!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. He'll try to do it himself. Finding open areas. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Brown will throw it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Working on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Oh, they're after him. Caught near the sticks. It's English. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The shot that clears getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Gets it to him on the screen. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I'm going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. On the ground, it's Allen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
These corners backing off a bit. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy version for this offense. So that's not exactly optimal as far as the defense starting a stand, giving up an 80 spot, now dealing with a 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Marshall!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Brown wants to pass, looking to buy time. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's English. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the shot to clears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Coastal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. Getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Payne. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
That's caught. It's Lacey. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Marshall quick to the line. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Norton. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Thundering Herd was stuck with some tough field position, but now a chance to get a drive going. He's got him. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They just keep firing. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. And you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off play action on 1st down. Here's the shuffle pass, is complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Fires to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. That's caught. It's Payne. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Plows through the defense. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this to tie us up in the final minute. He gets a hand on it and it's blocked. He's got the ball. That one's live. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.